Hello, as usual, we are here with another topic of interest. What do you think if we talk about the water cycle? Because water is so vital and it is needed so much on our earth, as well as to wet the earth, to water the plants, to bathe and hydrate our body, and also to make some food. These running waters have had a wonderful renewal, thanks to which we have been supplying ourselves and we have never suffered a lack of them. Sometimes, when we need to go out of the house, when we had heard that there would be rain, we took our precautions and, having brought an umbrella, we would have felt better than if we had not. Occasionally, we would not have brought anything to protect us from the rain, since they would end up very wet if so. And having been in the pouring rain, it is somehow uncomfortable that we remain wet until we return home. Although also, there are people who like to walk in the rain. It all depends on the taste and endurance. We could have started talking about this renewal, the cycle of our waters with the sun, just as when we allow ourselves to absorb solar rays with that heat that we need every day, which would serve to remove the humidity that formed with the rain and the calm of the night. The heat of the sun, that heat, would remove humidity from the air and warm the earth's surface. Thus, starting a slow but very safe warm-up, all the surface waters heated by the sun would gather that heat, which little by little will increase the temperature of the water, causing the heated water to evaporate. This vapor, having been generated through the heating of those running waters or stationary waters, this vapor having been caused by the direct action of the sun's rays, will be around us. If ever, when we run, we sweat, and we are under the sun, we will feel some of that vapor forming and evaporating in the air that surrounds us through our perspiration. That vapor will be coming out of our pores, rising to the heights. Our bodies will also release this steam through our skin pores in a cleansing action. It will also come out of the bodies of animals, plants, trees, as well as bushes, branches, and leaves, having also the vapor itself rising from the earth's surface. All this steam rising at the same time forming a wave of heat. If one is under the sun's rays, we can feel it through our skin. There are some times when our perspiration is very intense due to physical exercise, that our vapor can fog up our glasses, not allowing us to see clearly. The vapor generated through continuous evaporation rises, since somehow the pressure of that vapor is very light, and thus that vapor rises to the heights where the clouds form. Then we would have that due to the condensation of some clouds. This would give rise to rain that, due to its constant fall, will wash everything it touches, starting with giving us a cleaner landscape. Thus the trees will be cleaner, as well as the roofs of the houses, the streets, and us, because if we walk in the street, it will get us wet, that we would end up very soaked. This rain is falling from above, slowly coming down and sliding through the streets. Little by little, it will clean the drains of dirt, since when it is very hot, the steam coming out of the drains stinks a lot. When it rains, this vapor will, since the current formed by the water, will be responsible for cleaning some parts that it passes through as much as possible. Some of these waters going towards the beaches will flow there, sooner or later becoming stored and part of that immensity of salt water. And it's a good idea that the seawater is salty, because that way it will decontaminate its impurities. So, having had some details of the story of the cycle of this delicious and wonderful water, which will have all those components, which will make our body receive those hydrating nutrients, which would give us some vitality, the vitality that we would obtain with that transparent liquid, obtaining the necessary hydration, thus allowing the good and continuous function of this body that we need so much. In this earthly world in which we live, the cycle of transformation unfolding, sometimes leaving us wet from having walked in the rain, the cycle of water, repeat itself over and over again tirelessly. Sometimes we have some occasions in which we can go to the beach and be very comfortable, since if we go at dusk, there will not be as many sun rays, as there will be many shadows from the closest trees. And at the same time, the sun is falling in the mountains. Everything will be cooler. And here we finish, my friends, with another topic of interest. Waiting for you to like it, and see you next time with another topic of interest. Hasta la vista. Thank you.